Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. This course is your ultimate guide to mastering English phrasal verbs. Today, we're exploring the 46th category, health and public health phrasal verbs you should know. These verbs are essential for discussing physical health, recovery, and wellness. Let's begin. First, let's start with come down with. This phrasal verb means to start feeling the symptoms of an illness. For example, I think I'm coming down with a cold, or several employees have come down with the flu this week. Next is fight off. This refers to resisting or overcoming an illness. You might say, she's fighting off a nasty infection, or he managed to fight off the virus quickly. Pass out describes losing consciousness temporarily. For instance, he passed out from dehydration during the race, or she nearly passed out due to the heat. Break out means for something to appear suddenly, often a rash or outbreak. You could say, a rash broke out on his skin after the allergy, or the illness broke out in the community quickly. Pull through refers to recovering from a serious illness or condition. For example, with the right care, he pulled through after the surgery, or the patient is expected to pull through. Throw up is an informal way to describe vomiting. You might hear, she threw up after eating something bad, or he felt nauseous but didn't throw up. Burnout describes becoming physically or emotionally exhausted. For instance, doctors often burn out due to long hours, or she's feeling burned out from overwork. Warm up refers to preparing the body for physical activity. You could say, it's important to warm up before exercising, or the team warmed up before the match. Cool down is the opposite, referring to relaxing the body after activity. For example, cooling down with stretches helps prevent injuries, or after the run they cooled down with a walk. Take means to absorb or process something, like air or nutrients. You might say, he took in deep breaths to calm himself, or the body takes in nutrients from food. Run out of describes completely using up a resource. For instance, they ran out of masks during the pandemic, or we've run out of pain relievers at the pharmacy. Cut down on refers to reducing consumption or activity for health reasons. You could say, the doctor advised him to cut down on sugar, or she's cutting down on smoking to improve her health. Blackout means to temporarily lose consciousness or memory. For example, he blacked out after hitting his head, or she blacked out during the intense heat. Come around describes regaining consciousness or recovering from an incident. You might hear, he came around after a few minutes, or she finally came around after the anesthesia wore off. Finally, put on refers to gaining weight or applying something. For instance, he put on a few pounds over the holidays, or she put on sunscreen before heading outside. These phrasal verbs are perfect for discussing health and public wellness topics. Practice using them in sentences about health situations, and they'll quickly become a natural part of your vocabulary. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.